Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here on Monday for Dandadan, which makes it Mundan Day. We have mostly finished off this little 4 episode arc that we've begun our second season with, and it's been a doozy of a little arc. There are still some solid hanging threads, the primary one of which is what I'm sure we have to deal with this episode, and that is the fact that Gigi is still possessed by the evil eye and captured, trapped, very effectively in a really cool way in the human shaped trapping mechanism that has become our mannequin friend. Inside of this medical model is now Gigi's body, which is locked down by a bunch of like totems and spirit talisman things, and locked inside of Gigi's body is the spirit of the evil eye. So now we can just sort of suitcase carry that shit up on out of here over to where Granny has magic powers and have her do some exorcist shit, right? Seems like a pretty straightforward sequence of events. Will we be able to keep the power of it? You know? It seems like what we would have to do in order to make Gigi a part of our squad, which is what he seems like he's going to end up being. And I think that would require something similar to what we did with Acrobatic Silky, where we get not just a little bit of empathy for the monster, but also a way to fuse them together and to get this creature to agree to something kind of like a contract. Tell it that, we're going to get to go outside and play and like do fun things, and you just have to take a back seat while Gigi does his life stuff, and then you can ride along and appear when we need powers and such, but don't take over and try to kill everybody, please. It's a little bit of a problem. How will we actually get there? Will we actually get there, or will we be totally surprised and I'll be totally wrong and there'll be something else that happens? I don't know. This is fucking Dandadan, y'all. I think I've started the last 3 or 4 episodes of Dandadan with just a shrug and like, that's Dandadan. It can do whatever the fuck it wants. And I hold to that. This is Dandadan. I think it can do whatever the fuck it wants. We had the William Tell overture as a mannequin sprinted after a purple guy in his underwear kicking balls of souls at a grandmother who is beating them back with a baseball bat with a pencil inside it. So we can do whatever the fuck we want. We're like way past jumping the shark, way past being too silly. We're there. Um I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited for more Dan. If this does end up being a cliffhanger situation where this episode like super flows into the next one, we absolutely have to watch it. I probably still won't watch it today. I will probably watch it later this week on Friday and just make it work that way, but we'll see when we get there. I'm excited to see what happens as we try to exorcise Gigi, assuming that that's actually what we're going to do. And in the process, I think this will be locking the last big puzzle piece into our core team, which feels really fucking cool, right? This is the anime squad. This is the Naruto team. This is the party, and we've been building up to them being the party literally since OP1, and now they're finally going to be the party, and we can kind of turn our attention to bigger and badder things. I hope. I think. Maybe. I want it to all connect. I want Okarun and Gigi to maintain a novel type of friendship. Novel for Okarun, at least, like new to his world, is having this friend who is good at stuff and also respects you, right? Like Gigi is Okarun's superior in lots of ways, but he's also not his superior. He doesn't see it that way. He doesn't frame it that way. And so they can be friends. They are competing in some ways for like the affection of the people around them and for attention and for being the best. But that competition through the actual life or death struggle that they've gone through over the last couple of episodes could brew and bloom and fold into something really wholesome, something really powerful where these people have these men have respect for each other, right? And both of them like trust each other as well on a fundamental level, in a deep way. Trust each other to take care of the things that matter, including the girl that matters in their life, you know? I would love this to come around to a point where it's like, oh, I don't want you to be with Momo. Not because I think you'd be bad for Momo. In fact, I think you and Momo would be great, but I love her. If we could have that coming from both angles, or at least for Okarun's side, as the, I think, evolved form of jealousy, where it's like, I'm not going to be jealous or envious about this. It's just that I want this connection important. I want to make sure that this important connection stays solid between me and this girl, and I don't want you to get in the way of that, but that doesn't mean that I don't want to include you, and I wouldn't trust you with her heart, right? I don't know if I'm unpacking this effectively, but I think there's a level of mutual respect where it's like, well, if it wasn't me, I'd rather it be you. Yeah? I think we could get to a point like that with Gigi where we're actually fucking friends, like well beyond friends to being closer to family. And that's kind of the setup that we have here, maybe, if we move that direction. We have a household that can be a little bit of a found family, with Granny presiding and Turbo Granny being insane, and everybody sitting around the table again, eating and hanging out here at Granny's house, doing these ethereal, supernatural adventures together, and then coming back to a little bit of a family where the relationships are complicated and not as simple as locked in familial ones. Everybody has to shift their roles and work with each other and create something. But the thing that gets created is like a micro community, a group of people who can really see each other. And in a world that doesn't know about the spiritual, they kind of have to see each other. They have to sit around at the table because there's nobody else that's going to be able to relate to them on the same level. So if we can take all of our characters, Aira and Gigi, and fold them into this little family dynamic that we have, it could become like a super reactor, like a nuclear reactor of cool shit going on as these weird spiritual characters bounce around and set each other off in interesting directions. But if we have a core of like love and respect at the base of it, then we can work through everything else. We can lean on each other for the like practical, pragmatic fight off alien sorts of stuff, and we can also lean on each other for the in world, like in real world relationship issues and confidence problems and social confusion and all of those things. We can actually get the elements that are like helpful and a support network and all those things that we kind of talk about. We can actually see them manifest in the real world and the real lives of these characters, most especially in Okarun's life, because he's so isolated and so alone. And so for him to go from nobody to family it's huge. It's huge. I hope that that's where we're going with this. But again, I'm kind of happy if it goes a different direction. That's totally cool. It's Dandadan. It can do what it wants. What I want to do now is do a drawing. I've got a little bit of an ambitious idea in my brain space, so we'll see if I like go for it, or if I just try to draft and sketch it out. But I'm gonna turn the camera on and hop over to drawing time and see if I can manifest this idea into reality. Okay, really quick, let me just show you the references that I'm using before I jump in. So I'm using dis, and dis because I found dis version of the evil eye, which is much simpler than the other one. So I'm gonna use dis one and dis, and let's see if I can make my idea come to fruition. Should probably remove this center line before I get too detailed. There's an extra muscle in the mouth, but that's okay. Okay, now the real question. Do I try to add color to this? Or is that just going to mess everything up? I think it's gonna fuck everything up. I think I'm just gonna leave it exactly as it is, because this is kind of cool and really creepy and weird as shit, and I kind of really like it all simple, all in pencil like this. I'm tempted to put color on, but I think what I'm gonna do is just go over and accent things that I think want to be accented with a little bit darker pencil, and then clean it up a little and call it. Okay, I like it. There we go. You know what? Looking at it on the camera where it's kind of more cohesive, I really like it. The pieces are distinct. It's clear that there are like multiple faces. The idea that I wanted of these like peeling away really fits. The whole thing gives me a vibe that's almost like a Daruma. I guess just because it's a circle with a stylized face locked into the middle of it, but something about that does connect for me somehow. The the middle face, this face in here really gives me distinct Sonic vibes. Something about it gives me very distinct. I think it's based on like weird memes of like goofy looking like "Ooh, I'm an idiot" kind of Sonic being dumb. I think that's locked far enough into my mind that that eye shape just and like the long weirds. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that feels right. Huh. Okay. I really like it. I'm really proud of myself for this idea and for like stretching the faces out to put them to apply them and making it work. I think it's super strange and really creepy, and like I wouldn't mind turning a manga page and finding something like this staring back at me. I mean, I would mind it. It'd be creepy as shit. But I could see this. This expresses it expresses an idea. Okay, that was fun. Idea manifested. Let's find out if it actually lines up with the content that we're about to witness, if we actually end up peeling back the layers on the annoying orange that is Gigi. Let's find out in episode 5 of Dandadan. I've got the episode up and ready to go. There'll be 2 versions, picture-in-picture in the description, timer on YouTube, early access on the Patreon, and other goodies, Discord, stuff like that. Thanks for joining. It's really appreciated. Beep beep timer, let's go. Oh, are we back at home? Yeah, we are. We're just straight into it. Rattling noises. Chiquitita, don't fuck us up. Well, that didn't work. The fire raging hotter. Rattle, 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 rattle. Mudada. So what if it just doesn't work? It looks gorgeous too. Okay, it's not gonna be that easy. Shit. I just lost light. Oh, wait, that's real food. I didn't realize my light was unplugged. Because it's got a battery backup, so. You're the what? The who? Hell yeah, Chiquitita. Can you? You're not the leader. Oh. Wait, what? So wait, why doesn't the cow produce milk? Oh, he's so interested. Huh? Hey? Oh, okay. We're just gonna leave him? Oh, I see, I see. Oh. What kind of lasting effects? Wait, wait, that's Gigi. That's Gigi. I bet if you take the mask off, it'll be. Mmm. Ya boy. That's pretty close. Tensai da. Oh. Okay. Close his eyes. Close his face. Is this Ranma 1/2 logic? Oh, yeah, what? Hello? Whoa. Whoa, okay. Hot and cold like the hot springs? Otto! What did Taro do? What did Taro do? What? She's right there. If you're gonna live in the house. Why? Oh, okay. Okay. Thanks, Seiko. Yeah, very much not like you. Oh. But he's not an ordinary human. He's not an ordinary human. He's a genius. All right, we're weaving things together, maybe. Holy fuck. So he's a ticking time bomb? That's not good. Okay. Ah. Hot water. Turn him back easy. Okay. Yeah, practice it. Training. Training. Oh my god, yeah. Whoa, buddy. Does he have full memory of it? Seems like he doesn't reflect fully. It's just hot water. they're they're down with that? Okay, let's go. Why is he freaking out? Okay, that's why. There you go. Oh, she just loves the cute, just loves the baby. We'll stick with Mantisian. Pimp. Okay, great reuse of the same thing. No reason not to. Oh, we are returning? Oh, going home to the dairy farm. That's why we reused the whole gun. It's all for a joke. I'm dead. I'm dead. I need a minute. Okay. Oh, shit. Business suit. Okay. Otto. Okay. Why'd we pull away? Oh, he thought he was intruding somehow by the thing. Hey, hand. You know you want to. You know you want to. This is the battle of the ages. Yes! Pinkies touching! Oh, and we're in the tunnel. This is getting pretty lewd. Oh my god, guys! Guys! You gonna interlock the fingers? She's holding your hand, you dingo! Yes! Oh, buddy. That's mean. But we're still in this place where it's not. Oh, my little heart! Ah! Are we going up to see his parents? Oh, in the hospital. Okay. Are they as crazy as he is? Does the apple not fall very far? Aww. He's so tall. Aww. Ah. Yeah. Kirsty! Get wrecked. Yeah. Yeah. Age unknown. We're gonna follow this? Oh man, she broke her arm. What are we doing on this side? Are you more than you appear? Oh. Almost as if the forest was rebelling against her. Not a great way to not be found. Damn, lady. Oh, shit! Whoa, what the fuck? Is that a demon? I think it's an Oni. What the fuck? And it brings red orange in. Oh! They're mole men! Subterraneans, just like in One Punch Man. Holy shit, they're a full race of subterraneans? Cute girl says, walk to school together. Come on. Go hold hands. You go hold hands. Oh my god, they're just walking to school together. Just been so cute. It's happening, guys. Those are Serpoians, aren't they? Oh, okay. Oh, that's bad. Maybe he could do it? Whee! Give Momo back to us? The one on the news? A little close to home. We talked about the money, yeah. Nope. Everybody looks and everyone turns away. She made a pariah of herself now. Where do you go from here, Aira? We're gonna cross the threshold? Oh, we're gonna push her over the threshold. That's clever. That's very clever. Nunny the fuck? Yeah, Minton! Yeah, there she is. It's already gone, man. Complete 180! They're both thinking different things about this, right? The same exact pose. Oh, what do I do? I just have to stay in the house with a pretty girl. Oh, no rule. And she's the same, but it's toward Okaroon. Oh, no. I don't have any friends like that, you mean? Wow. Because it's what I wanted to tell you. Whoa. Okay. That's bad. Barrier failing, right? Bad, bad, bad. MVP, dude. MVP. Yeah, good job. Good job, my guy. God, can even your own sweat do it? Probably not. If we accidentally get him wet. Oh. Come on. Yeah. There you go. Let them do their thing. Oh. Oh, it's like Acrobatic Silky's skirt, kind of. He's way too happy-go-lucky about this. Again, with the real food! Or, like, it's weird. They're talking makeup! Smash, bro! Me too! I'm not actually that good, but... But Smash Bruh is my game. Oh, shit. It's about to happen. Ah, shit. Whoa! Oh, those are all, like, squares. And that's our fiend. Okay, great. Great. That's great. This was like a chock full little break in between, and then we bring it right back. It's like when the beat drops out of a song and then comes right back, there's more anticipation for it. Okay, the ED has grown on me a lot. I started out not really liking it, except for the music, and now the whole thing is like the best possible vibe for this show. Yeah, I'm an ED2 supremacist, I think. I think it's amazing. I'm a believer. The camera pulls, and then we move to rotation. Okay, that was tons of fun. Felt like a great way to like wrap lots of little tiny things while continuing this underlying core tension of the evil eye is going to return and we don't have a way to deal with it. We start off instantly into the attempts at exorcism, which fail humorously, right? He keeps popping up being like, it's not working, useless. This will never do anything to me. And then I missed like the first line of it as Granny and the priest guy are discussing what they're going to do about it. They're like trying to gather or find dancers to do the Hayashi as like a big ritualistic exorcism thing, I think. And there are a bunch of eating scenes, a bunch of like multi-interaction scenes where there's like one character interaction happening in the foreground and another one happening in the background. Like we're doing something with Gigi, and then the head and the body are yelling at each other. There are oh my god, there are a bunch of things like that, or even where we're like focused on something that starts in our focus and then shifts to like the mid ground of the scene while something else happens in the foreground and there are multiple lines of dialogue going on. During those, in the first couple of minutes of the episode, I missed something about the foundations of the Hayashi thing, which doesn't seem super extraordinarily important. I feel like I got the rest of the flow of the episode no problem. Woven into all of this is the hand-holding scene in the car, which, like, brings us in a matter of, like, a minute or 2 right to the emotional peaks of the last episode, where we ended with them embracing and asking the question of, like, "Where are we now?" Like, "Where is our relationship between Momo and Okarun now?" And we get a really good landmark for it, which is the hand-holding interaction back and forth, which is really simple. It seems really simple to me, but that simplicity belies an intricacy and a care to the way that those scenes are structured, the way that, um, we get extreme detail on the hands themselves, and those gestural things, especially in hands, they're the part of our own bodies that we get to see the most, and I theorize that they're one of the parts of the body that we empathize with the most, that we, like, immediately can identify with the other person in play. So when you see characters in a show choke up and grip on a sword or a baseball bat, or you see a character reach out to the moon and hold their hand up to it, or you see a character like reach out towards something that they want in sort of a metaphorical way and kind of grip their hand around it, or you see a fist clench, right? I think those things are hardwired into our neurology. All humans have mirror neurons. We have this capacity to empathize with other humans or other creatures even. And when we see things that we recognize in terms of their body function or things happening to them, we genuinely feel those too. We feel them at the same time. So when you show us the piece of our body that we're the most familiar with, the part that you're most likely to have touched hot things with, to have grabbed lots of things with, and to have seen them in your field of view the entire time, I think that those mirror neurons are extra, extra, extra online. So when we do this whole hand focused, really intimate, really subtle touch and like the little rub and the interlinking of fingers, I think that for me, I feel that, and I feel both sides of it as it's happening. I can, if I watch through it again, I'll be able to separate it out and be like, I can actually feel in my hand as though I'm Momo's hand here, or feel in my hand as though I'm Okarun's hand here. And it's like just bumping the intricacy, just bumping the number of frames and the fidelity of that scene up a little bit makes it land so seriously and feel so emotional and so beautiful. It takes me right back to the first time that I held a girl's hand in a movie theater and we interlocked our hands and didn't let go through the entire movie, and then had like the swampiest hand mess ever. It was genuinely gross, but it was like so cute. And the whole movie, my entire being, my entire nervous system was wired around this one little point of contact where our hands are touching. And I got that. I got that from that scene of Momo and Okarun. The show is managing to take us back in a really nostalgic way, I think. At least that's how I'm experiencing it, to my own first like interactions with people that I liked, with connection and with romance and with sexuality, and it keeps building on those as we build this relationship, and I really like it. So our episode does a bunch of goofy things, a bunch of little like very solid, simple, straightforward, like isolated jokes, like Chiquitita and father going off home to their dairy farm. They fly all the way off, zoom into hyperspace, and then pull a U-turn? That's dumb as shit. And those little things all create enough of like a backdrop for the little important things that sort of tie everything together to keep bouncing off of, or something like that. And there's a bunch of little fun, silly things that are clearly like add-ons to what's probably pretty flat manga, otherwise outside of little jokes and storytelling moving forward. It's pretty straightforward. It's a bunch of scenes of characters sitting around the table and eating and stuff, and then we accent it with a bunch of like the little chopstick scene with the little drip, and she's talking to the Mantisian, and all these little in jokes and these highly dimensional multi characters moving around and doing things at the same time. It just ends up being so much fucking fun. Let's go through it and we'll highlight some of the pieces that stand out as like unique and interesting. I want to see the like real photographed food, and then I want to see how do we get anime hands to come and interact with it. So this is a real photograph of like a hot pot. Yeah. You get the little like soy bags and or the tofu skin bags, and we got some boiled eggs, and we got some octopus and all sorts of shit. And then it's anime hands. I assume it's computer added steam. Anime hands that grab them, and then we're okay. It looks like, huh? I wonder if they've already cut this piece out. This piece right here. My guess is that they've already like taken their digital image and gone into Photoshop and cut it out. But they also need an image of what's below it so that this works. And I don't see anything change when they remove it. I don't see anything change when they remove it. So I think they've had to arrange this hot pot, and then they've taken individual images of the other objects, the tofu wrapper that's in the top, and the little like meatball that's on the left, and the little like tofu skin thing, I think that's what it is, that's on the right. And each of those is separate and then added over. So I'm guessing that this shadow that's around it is fake. But it could also be that they took a picture of the whole thing and then they moved each of the elements and then took individual pictures of each of them. But that's tough because, like, I don't think that this changes at all from this frame to this frame. I think it's already been cut out. I don't know. It's really clever. It's one of those cool, like, if you don't think about it too much, it's just like, oh, that's fine. You're just animating with real pictures. Then you think about it a little bit. It's like, how the fuck did they do this? And then on another level, regardless of whether you think about it, it just adds an accent. It adds something fun and interesting to be looking at. Anime food is always often really like shiny and pretty and interesting, and this takes it to another level by making it a totally different medium. That's cool. And then we do it again later, but I think it's just a high fidelity drawing. It's not actually an image, but I gotta go look at it to actually figure it out. Oh, it's really cool. And then everybody's eating. Hey, why didn't you call me? What happened to the Rokken sect? I haven't contacted them, so I don't know. Okay, so that was, I think, what I missed, and it actually doesn't add anything to me. I just realized that Aira's shirt is an upside-down heart with hate on it, with a little, like, angry face. I kind of like that. It's kind of punk. It's kind of cool. And Chiquitita needs the milk for survival. Why would Taro need to eat? Well, he needs to. Why doesn't it produce any milk? Is it because it's underwater and not eating grass? I don't know. Please tell me the details, please. They've gotten too old, the Rokken sect. So everybody who normally does the Hayashi has aged out. I think this is an interesting element. It's not like front and center or anything, but we're losing these traditions day by day, week by week, year by year. And if there's no meaning to spirituality, then that's no big deal, right? It's fine. If it's just like a mystical set of false beliefs that humans have, it's fine if they lose their culture, if it just disappears, if it falls away. Whatever. But if it's linked to actual needs of real people, if like those are the only people who can help exorcise certain kinds of monsters, then we lose something serious by losing those people. It reminds me of like losing the last remaining person who knows how to solder a particular thing or make a particular type of undersea cable. And when they die, that art that they've managed to manifest and like turn into their practice over the course of like 70 years dies with them. And there might be critical infrastructure in our current modern world that really relies on that shit. When it's gone, it's gone. That sucks. So how are we going to be able to revive that, revitalize that? I don't know. We have no choice, so we'll have to stay like that for a little while. And even if we had the performance, we might not be able to exercise it because Gigi himself is too powerful and they might not be separable. There might be some lasting effects. Ow! And with the eating of the hot, that's when he converts back and we find out that he can be cold water, hot water. Is that Ranma? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. He turns into a female version of his original form when splashed with cold water, which is only temporarily reversible through contact with hot water. Okay. So this is at core a Ranma 1/2 joke. Yes? Yes. Yes, definitely. I wonder if there are other elements that are linked into that I just wouldn't get. I only know that because it's like the most surface level thing about Ranma. Bastards, I'll kill you. And splash, and he's fine. That's great. I love the image of holding this over him, and we get to see his crazy evil eye face doing goofy Gigi stuff. It's really silly. Hana curfew. A genuine apology from Seiko, which is really interesting because she jumps out of her kind of happy-go-lucky, nothing really matters. Even if it matters, I'm going to play it off as not being terribly important to get really serious about apologizing to the kids. I think this is really cool, and it's something that everyone in a position of authority should take notes from. The ability to take responsibility for things that you've done or like situations that you've put other people in and to actually reevaluate and be like, that was my fault and you were in danger because of it and I'm sorry. Wow. Maturity. It's just maturity. We know that Seiko is mature, but she acts so immature sometimes that it still feels kind of surprising to have this genuineness come from her. It's part of the reason that she really is respectable by everybody, you know? This is my responsibility. And everybody's like, this isn't like you. Just quit it. But that's why it matters. It's like, yeah, it's not like her, but this is part of the whole of her. She's able to actually see. You'll never. This is a mountain spirit, practically a god. Normal human would totally break down. That's why they've gone after him. We get these little rehashes of these moments, the dancing, and then maybe the most beautiful. I mean, there were a couple in the previous sequences, but this is gorgeous. Especially this moment, it's like hover, and then it, and it's all done through the line work. that all like appears within it. Ah, ah, spooky. So, serious business. You are a ticking time bomb. We're all practicing. Got to be super extra careful of every kind of water. Yeah, bidets, split up the splashback from a big poop. Damn, man, everything. You gotta be careful. Just a little bit, and you'll transform. They're drinking the hot water, and the little steam up on the glasses is cool. Peeny weeny. Oh boy. Uh, for a silly sight gag, having them take off in the UFO, reusing the whole big sequence for it, which in and of itself makes you kind of focus on the scene. It's like, why are we reusing the sequence? And then they return just to go to a home like a block away. Incredible. Okay. This is the most important sequence in the episode, in the way that, like, the argument sequence in the Godzilla episode was clearly the most critical thing in the thing. This is clearly the most critical thing in the episode for me. Here we are in the van. He's on his Bruce Lee. She's on her fucking sexy salary woman. Awesome. Heading over to the hospital to meet Gigi's parents. Got our thermoses. Ready to go. Okay. She puts her hand down and intentionally puts her pinky out to put it on his hand. Yeah? Okrun's first response is to pull away, right? What goes on inside Okrun's head is the same thing that's gone on like 1,000 times. Even though we don't get to see it, we don't have to because we know exactly what's going on. Oh, she probably didn't mean to put her hand there. I'm probably inconveniencing her by being in contact with her. That's definitely not what she wanted. Let me remove myself from the situation so that I don't cause problems. Same for Okrun, yeah? Oop. Sorry. Embarrassing. It's fine. You're worrying too much. It's okay. Oh, okay. She puts, because, like, she's actually trying to make a move here, you know? It's like, come on. So then she demands it, like, directly, which is awesome. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. Oh my God, a thing that you want and you actually said it? You said what you wanted me to do in this moment, right now? I love it. I fucking love it. No games, no bullshit, no spooky. She wants to put her hand on his. Put your hand back here. Yes. Okay. We wait and we wait, and she inches her pinky over, and we drop into the tunnel. So it's like we're in the tunnel of love, right? Where you get on a little boat and you ride through the tunnel of love. We're in our own space now, and it's a space that's mirrored to the space of the tunnel where this all kind of started, right? So we're in a different spiritual colorscape, yeah? Just because we're in contact with each other versus not being. Whoosh. Little soft smile on Momo. Okrun's not sure how to deal with this. She slides her hand over further and he moves a little, not quite comfortable, not quite certain. And she's gone from smiling to not quite certain either. This is dangerous territory. This is the space where you could get rejected. This is like, this is the ephemeral connection with another human being. Tap, tap, tap. And then she goes to interlock their hands. His ears turn bright red, and he can't look at her, but what are you doing? What? And she uses the opportunity to tease him a little. I haven't been doing anything. And his response is so innocent. It's like, I don't know what this game is. I just don't want to do anything wrong. I like that this is happening, but I don't want to fuck it up. I don't know what you're talking about. No idea what you mean. Ding. She's just holding and squeezing his hand. We come out into the light, and they're able to hold in the light for just a moment before they get interrupted by Gigi, and then it's uncertain again. It's like under the camera lens, you're not sure how to act. When others are observing, it's uncertain. But when it's just the two of you, when you're alone, when it's just the two of you in the tunnel, there's a connection there, and you can't deny that it's there. And what they desperately want really desperately want, I think, is to be able to maintain that connection under the light of day, right? Under the view of others, but they're not there yet. It's too fragile. It's too brittle. They're both too afraid that they'll lose it entirely if they try to hold on to it. And so when it gets interrupted, they interrupt it. They pull away. And it remains in this ephemeral maybe space. But it's far more than maybe, because it's just when, how, in what way does it feel safe? How do we move toward that more? How do we expand this little isolated world where we can feel safe together to being everywhere, you know? We're not there yet, but what a big step. What a big step. Feeling like you're caught, yeah? This pan across the street sign over to the mirror and across is really fun. And then crying, and then Taro stuff. Fucking Naki Kito. We turn her into a black silhouette and she rages against the forest before ripping off her face and everything else and revealing a horrifying monster, a subterranean. Oh my gosh, there's a whole race of these people living under the world, isn't there? Oh, what a crazy creature. The horns, or maybe their antenna? Ooh. The body parts are almost like accordion expandos. Ooh. Is that its spine? It comes around like a weird dick thing? Ooh. That's cool. Fucking crazy. It's got eyes that are very familiar as well. You've turned us all into your enemy. Awesome. Cool. Let's fight it out. So after holding hands for a little bit, where do we go from this? We walk to school together. We're kind of a couple, yeah? Okay. I love the camera flow in this. It's really simple, but still, we lock to and match her flow, and then we're just walking and conversing casually like friends. It feels like a revelation. The show doesn't add stuff to make it feel that way. There's no like triumphant music or anything like that. But for where we've been with Okarun and his uncertainty, they lock in, they fall into lockstep naturally and just keep walking, and we never get the opportunity to jump into Okarun's mind and have him go, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, it's all so scary. We've actually unlocked this. We can just walk to school together as friends. How cool is that? We even can walk to school together with her friends. There's a weird imagery. Oh, they're all UFOs in the background, and they're all Serpoians playing the thing. So, and it's Turbo Granny in the front, right? Or kind of close. Okay. But nobody is willing to perform it. So there's something I want to ask you. Get nailed by the Gyaru. One is just like, yo, and the other decides to full tackle Okarun into the street. I'm sorry, what the fuck is your deal? Why are we this level of friends now? I'm glad, but... Just dragging each other down there. Don't want to talk about the volcano. Don't want to talk about the earthworm. Don't have the money for a smartphone. Aira is an outcast. There are consequences. She tried to eat those consequences, and now she's eating them. I really like how we do the threshold scene. It's like a classic. You've seen it a bajillion times. I wonder if I should step through the threshold. I'm scared to. On the other side is everything that I want, but on this side is safety. Can I do it? Can I cross over the line that separates me from where I'm going? No. But Momo can push you. Bonk. Hey, what's up? Also, we're leaving. Oh, okay. You don't actually have to cross the threshold. Not in the way that you were thinking. In fact, what's over on the other side of that is kind of shit. Kind of like bad. Why don't you try being friends with us over here? And everybody is super confused because that's where all the conflict was. They were all not friends, and now they're like friends and stuff. Super confusing. I wonder what this will bubble up into for Aira's social life in the future. I don't know. I really like this sequence. It makes me feel it feels very JoJo-y to me. It's because the upward angle and the drawn nose and the like sharp lines around the eyes, I think. Yeah, there she is. But you're so different, Takakura. Oh my god. Please, sleep over. I love the identical poses. Super silly. And each of them is thinking a different thing, right? Right? Like Aira's thinking that she gets to spend the night in Okarun's under the same roof as Okarun. Okarun's thinking that he gets to spend the same night under the same roof as Momo, and it's all confusion. And of course, Momo is just like, no, actually, you guys are the only people who can fight this guy, so he's gonna explode, and I need you here. And I'd like them to rest as much as they can at night. We'll do it. Okay, then we do some cool play with the light in this hallway. If you have any plans, come over anytime after that. She doesn't have any plans like that. She doesn't have any friends. And we get another really, it reminds me of Seiko's apology. It's like a mature response. You don't have to force yourself to hang out with us if you'd rather be with your friends, and we're causing a wedge to be drawn. It's also sort of similar to what Okarun does, where he's like, I'm causing a wedge between you. Let me remove myself from the situation so that you can do whatever you want. But it's far more mature than that, because it's not, we're going to stop being friends with you so that you can be with your friends, because we've already assumed how the situation works and it's fine. We just open the door to it. We just say, hey, if you're feeling weird or like guilty or shame or like strange bullshit about this, don't bother. Like, it's fine. We'll do fine on our own. Which is, I think, much more real, you know? This blink blink as she fades in through the shadows and out is pretty cool. You don't have anything to do with this, and it's all my fault. We leave it there. Release the boy. We're not going to be able to hold you anyway. We start doing these background interactions with Taro and his body. That's really fun. Gigi is all over Aira all the time. Tons of little cute things going on all back and forth. Okay, here's the... I think it's drawn. Yeah, no, this is just a drawing. It's just got, like, really incredible lighting and stuff to it that makes it look really legit. Huh. Very strange to mix this and the real one, and very strange. Very fun. There we get... What? There's some actual friendship going on here. We got some Smash Bros. being played. We got some talking about makeup going. Oh, she doesn't have her damn fluffy cushion. That sucks. Soy sauce. We do this whole Zoom scene twice to set it up double, which is a really silly joke. Splish. Boom. And that's the end of the episode. Brings us right to the next one. Evil Eye's going to emerge right in the middle of our house, but we have everybody here. We're not going to have the time to find everybody to do a Hayashi dance. We're not going to have Taro preloaded with exorcism talismans, so we're not going to be able to yoink those into play and just save him quickly. We've got to come up with something better. Maybe having Aira here will be the piece that we need. Seems possible. I don't know. We'll have to find out next time on Dandadan. For now, I think I do want to check Sakagaburu to see if there are any cuts that I distinctly missed, to find out who drew the hands stuff, and that's about it. Let me check. Only one that we've got on Sakagaburu is this one with the walk cycles and the facial expressions and stuff. No information on the hands, so be it. So, we will say thank you very much for watching this week's episode of Dandadan with me. I hope you're still enjoying the show. It's continuing to be such a wild and fun ride to me that is sprinkled with so many wholesome and real and emotionally relevant and just very human pieces. For a show that's about aliens and monsters and like spirits and stuff, it's amazing how deeply human it feels. Both in that it is an incredible work of human creativity, layered and layered, manga all the way up through to sound design and anime and voice acting and animation and all those things. But it's also about human people trying to be more human and trying to like grow into their fullness as humans. And as a human person who's continuously trying to grow into fullness as a person, I find it really valuable. I find it really valuable to meet and learn about and get to explore what it means to exist and to exist with others, with these characters, and with you. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week for more. Much love. Peace.